How to limit distractions to avoid getting sidetracked and get the job done. The tools we have today made it possible, and actually the chances of running a successful business online are quite promising. However, here is a problem. As we stay at home, we usually have other people around us, and we don't have the luxury to be in the office and isolating all sorts of incoming distractions. Family, kids, and parents is on the other side of the door. You may close the door, but you cannot lock it. So how to deal with those kinds of problems? First, you have to make sure that your family understands that you're working on a project they don't quite understand. So how to do that? Trying to explain to them what you are doing, even though they may not get it at first. So why you should be doing that? Because as you explain the purpose in building an online business, they can get your passion about it and get the feeling that this is really happening. If you close yourself and don't share with your family what you are doing, keeping it all a surprise, they're not gonna do it because they always assume that you play on the computer rather than working, and they will always assume that it is okay to interrupt and disturb you. While I was working at home, my parents didn't seem to understand what I was doing, and so I sat down to them and said, okay, look, this is what I'm doing. I cannot do this right now, you're telling me, because I've got something more important here where the potential is huge. By letting them understand that what I'm going to do is not only for myself, but also is going to benefit everyone within the family, they will let you do it and have it at least a peace of mind before trying to bother you next time. However, you cannot eliminate 100% of all the distractions that come from your family, like emergencies, from crises and insignificant things, but at least you're going to reduce them to a bare minimum. Instead of just trying to be in your own world, family and friends are always going to come after you, and even fights and conflicts are possible as a result of that, which may distract you even further from the work you're doing to make things happen. When you position your work from home in a way that is engaging for you and making things happen, they'll leave you alone, I guarantee. Just as you want to position your products and services to your customers, you want to position yourself to your family that you're going to build a business. See where this is going? You're not just isolating yourself for a certain period of time, but you're working to make a better future of yourself and for your family. If you don't have the time to concentrate on your work at all, and if all the distractions come and go by putting significant things as priorities, then there's going to be no energy left for your business. You have to restructure your communication with your family in a way that is consistent with your current goals and business aims. Now, be careful not to tell everyone what you are doing, because the internet is quite a new tendency or new way of doing things, and most people would not agree or not see that as possible and trying to discourage you. If you begin telling people all over the place what you are doing, there will be always people down the road who try to discourage you from your work because they don't know better. You may even consider keeping your circle tight for quite some time from now on because you are dedicated and determined to make things happen and build your business. That is because dreams and goals are sometimes very personal and they do not usually involve other people, not most of the time. The sole purpose of goals and aims is to engage you in a way to move forward, not trying to show off or trying to be ahead of other people. There are certain reasons why you wake up in the morning and doing the work that needs to be done within your business. So when you begin talking about your personal and business aims to people who you don't know, they wouldn't care as much as you do. Be aware of this phenomenon, it's very important. I've been often asked whether you should get some office space separate from your home or staying at home because of getting so much distractions. The answer is quite simple. If you have a separate room at home, then you don't need office space, because if your family is around in your home or in your apartment, they will not be able as much to come in and move and touch things that may distract you. That's because you have a room that is designed only for work, because it is necessary to have a separate space at home where you can focus on your business. If you don't have this available to you, then you should consider getting something like this by all means. Getting rid of the TV, radio, and other distractions out of your working space is very important, because they usually don't serve well when it comes to concentrating on getting the things done. Building an online business requires a lot of self-discipline, and not many people around you are going to like it. Often, as you begin to look and feel better, others may not like it because it reminds them of their own lack of insecurities and lack of growth. I don't want to be too harsh here with anyone or disrespect anyone here, but if you stick enough and long enough to what you're trying to achieve, the chances are 99% of succeeding. because you have the self-discipline to keep going, regardless of failures and regardless of mistakes. You don't want to beat yourself up for no reason because everything that's happening with you right now has nothing to do with where you're going. All the things you want to accomplish are out of your comfort zone, whatever that means to you. In order to do this, you need to separate your business from your family, which is often very difficult because you work from home. And that's why communication about what you are doing should be considered at a very fundamental level. Family doesn't need to know that you are trying to build a business, but they have to understand it. There's a difference between knowing and understanding. When we know something in theory, this doesn't mean we understand it unless we put it into action to have some perspective on it. The key here is to get your family to understand that you're building a business. You want to have them to support you rather than being an obstacles in the form of distractions, interruptions, and drama. If you have a lot of troubles finding more time working at home to get the job done, visit my blog at doubletimetodaycom. That is doubletimetodaycom, where you're going to see a free video that is going to show you a strategy on how to get at least 2 extra hours today. I'll see you there.